Hey everyone, today I want to take a look at Resident Evil 7 and its dead zones. So just to jump straight into it, Resident Evil 7 uses about a 30% rounded square dead zone. So as you can see, I have to move the stick outside of this red region before you start seeing cursor movement occur, and the dead zone is larger because in the corners because of the shape. This is a pretty large dead zone, but actually one of the smaller dead zones used in the Resident Evil series. They've been quite a bit larger previously. Having an axial dead zone means that there's movement around the axes won't output diagonal movement. So as you can see, I can make these bobbing motions and move perfectly left, and point at a very obvious angle and still move perfectly left. This is very obvious when looking straight up or down. You don't see diagonal movement occur until you break out of these axial dead zones. Lastly, there seems to be a steep in acceleration near the edge of the stick. I don't know if this is a distinct jump or just the acceleration curve ramps up pretty significantly at the end. I couldn't find an exact point, so it's not demonstrated on this graph, but it does steep up dramatically near the end. Movement uses the same exact dead zone, so everything I just demonstrated still applies. You can see the character is moving at the same stick distance that the camera was, and I can make bobbing motions like this, and you'll see the character is just moving perfectly forward and perfectly backwards. The only thing unique to this is the sprint threshold. If you try sprinting when the stick isn't in the shaded region, nothing will happen. But if you sprint when it is, you'll start sprinting. And you'll stop sprinting if you exit that region, either by letting off the stick to fall under this region, or if you make an angle too drastic to fall out of that. Now, I originally tested this game on PC with the demo version, and in that test I had gotten a square dead zone with full diagonal movement. I don't know if the demo version on PC was different or if I just tested it poorly and got the wrong outcome, but currently testing or demonstrating the Xbox One version, and it's pretty clear that this dead zone is a rounded square and does have restricted diagonal movement as we normally expect with these dead zones. What will be interesting is, since Resident Evil 8 is coming out, to see what dead zone will be used there, if they'll go back to the dead zone used here in Resident Evil 7, or if they'll use the updated dead zones in Resident Evil 2 Remake, which used a 30% circular dead zone with full diagonal movement. That would be most ideal, and with Resident Evil 7 we did have camera acceleration options, and to demonstrate that I would turn the smoothing. That's where your turn rate builds up over time, and this implementation feels more just like latency, which smoothing can often feel like. But this option is really nice because we can just disable this, and seeing a circular dead zone with full diagonal movement and the ability to disable smoothing and hopefully have dead zone options would be really nice to see in Resident Evil 8, but we'll see when that launches. It's pretty soon. But that covers everything. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day.